for Perth.
Acting Speaker, it's actually been extraordinary this morning to be here listening to coalition member after coalition get up and talk about the NBN and clothe themselves in the mantle of the NBN, because let us not forget that the NBN is a great Labor initiative. It was an initiative that was steadfastly opposed by our Prime Minister. And indeed, it was only by the intercession of the next Prime Minister, one Malcolm Turnbull, that we in fact got NBN Lite, that we have got the second-rate product that is now currently being outlined. But I agree with the first three propositions that the member for Forest has put forward, but I must strenuously disagree with the fourth. I see absolutely no evidence that there is any prioritising of delivery for the areas of greatest need. Now, can I just use my own electorate of Perth as a classic case in point? The suburbs of Ashfield, Bassendean, Beachborough, Eden Hill, Kiara, Lockridge and Morley were previously on the NBN rollout plan for 2013-2014, and indeed almost $2 million had been spent on the Bassendean Telstra exchange in order to get it ready for the NBN. But when the coalition came into government, these suburbs were binned from the rollout schedule. Now, in the broadband quality and availability review that the minister rolled out, Minister Turnbull rolled out, allegedly the review that was going to guide where he was going to be inserting NBN, those suburbs came out as at the very lowest speeds and reliability in Australia. And indeed, the surveys that we have taken suggest that those estimated speeds in those suburbs actually are overestimating the actual real speed that are being delivered in these suburbs. So it's very hard to reconcile this. Very hard to reconcile that we're now prioritising those areas where the need is greatest when we have chopped all of those areas of Perth from out of contention. And when I asked the minister about it in letters and in questions, he just says, well, you'll get it by 2020. Now, my suspicion is that the problem is that the copper wire in these suburbs is of such a poor quality that they know that their seriously bad fibre to the node plan just simply is not going to work in this area. Now, let's have a look at the west of Western Australia. The member for Forest was setting out the benefits of the long-term satellite plan. A scheme that was developed and scheduled by Labor, a scheme which Minister Turnbull in opposition sneered at as being a Rolls-Royce initiative. Now, the minister, then Labor introduced an interim service, which was very quickly overprescribed. Yeah, it was. But I mean, we developed the plan, and now we've got Minister Turnbull. Minister Turnbull has said he's going to have this fixed, but he hasn't got it fixed. And let me tell you a story from the member's own electorate, a story of Jeff Power and Michelle McManus of Balingup. They have a vertically integrated specialist free-range poultry business. They're a young entrepreneurial couple who direct sales through social media. This has given their company a very high profile, and it has made them profitable. But they rely on the internet for the way in which their business is structured. And they tell me that they have such abysmal speeds and data packages which are just simply insufficient for running a modern business. We are disadvantaged, they tell me. They tell me that they every day they're having to put their computer in the car, drive off into town, 30-kilometre round trip to get enough signal so that they can continue to operate their business. Now, rolling out this infrastructure is a challenge. But let us be very clear. This is a vision that has been driven by Labor, has been dumbed down by this government. There are challenges. There are challenges. Minister Turnbull is not able to deliver the speeds that he has promised, nor has he been able to commit to the delivery schedule that we had set out in relation to the satellite. He's found he's had to delay both of those satellites that are delivering the long-term satellite scheme that the member for Forrest was talking about. These are difficult and challenging areas, but let's remember it's Labor that's had the vision.